What's going on, y'all? It's the Cameraman Podcast. I'm your boy Face. Instagram, give me Face. Make sure y'all check me out.
I am Jamal Foster, also known as 81 Visuals on Instagram.
It's your boy Victor Fox Photography. Y'all know what it is.
What's your Instagram, nigga?
Victor Fox Photography. Everything. It's on my shirt.
Okay. Well, I am Mr. 12am, the Mr. 12am, media specialist.
Jay Alexander. Jay Alex Photo on Instagram. Jay Alex Photo.
It's your boy Lunsford, known as Lunsford Images on Instagram.
He light skinned as fuck. You see how cool he trying to say that?
Let's get it started.
What's going on, y'all? This is our first episode, number 1. You know, we're excited to bring you this podcast. What y'all gonna hear from us is all types of inside stuff. Try not to cuss. Inside stuff that we talk about behind the scenes, amongst each other, about the industry. We're gonna have guests on the show that are a part of our creative industry. Shoot, it's about to be lit.
Lit.
Y'all about to get a real inside look on how photographers be, act, talk, all that.
Especially from the black/urban perspective of stuff.
Urban.
Yeah. So y'all want to go down the line stating what's your specialty?
Yeah. Let's start there.
And what made you get into photography?
Oh, that's a good start. That's a good start.
When I started in high school a little bit. I did a photography class. I really started in the dark room using film and stuff like that. I just, it's in my bloodline. So a lot of creatives in my family. So I just felt like I needed something to take on. I bought my first camera in high school, so I just took off from there. Had a T5i, and that's really how I got started. Really.
What type of photography you do?
I do a mix of everything for real. Family, high fashion. I love beauty shots and headshots. Just a mixture of everything. Anything I get my hands on.
Which one's your favorite though?
I
You
can't
gotta pick one. Only one. What's your favorite?
If you want somebody to know who you are by seeing your photography, what do you want them to see first?
I can't say. I don't know. I do it all.
Understand.
Just a mixture of everything.
Touche.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me Face. Shoot. I started in photography. I want to say 6 years ago. It started out when I was taking phone pictures of my jewelry. And the attention to detail and how the light refracted through the diamonds and the dust around the little jewelry holder and all that one stuff. But then my boy Ian, he needed a model to hold a picture frame of some boxers. I remember like it was yesterday for some girls. It was a dope little photo shoot. But that, sparked my interest in getting behind it. Like, why you use this light? Why you use that? What lens is that? Why, you know what I mean? So it just grew from there. So then I bought my first camera. My first camera was a 7D. Still got that old motherfucker too. But it gets the job done. 7D camera is what I use, Canon. Canon gang out here.
Canon gang,
Gang.
It ain't a gang. It's only two of y'all, bro.
Canon duo.
My thing is just creative photography is what I like to do. I don't do many kids, but when I do, it's gotta be something dope and creative.
What's creative to you?
Creative is just out the box, not the norm. You can't book me for a photo shoot where you want to do a family shoot and y'all all want to be in Burberry shorts and Burberry shirts and standing on a plain backdrop. You know what I mean?
Sneak this, bro.
That's you can't book me for that. You feel me?
This king.
But if you want to be outside and your kid want to hold a balloon and he flying away and y'all trying to grab him by his feet, you know what I mean?
Basically, Adam like the
creative
Instagram
portraiture.
Creative
portraiture.
The shit that like go viral or people get a lot of attention. Like that's the type of stuff that I like.
Yeah, I might do that photo shoot.
Straight up.
So I mainly deal with fashion artists, commercial work, stuff like that. Like my favorite is commercial work, just because I come from that, taking pictures of my jewelry. But for the most part, I do like fashion and models and rappers, artists, singers, all that one stuff.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Mr. Victor Fox.
Yeah, I started in photography 2 years ago. I'm on my second year now. I never seen photography as a path that I was gonna take until my auntie, she passed away. And so I was just like, she ain't here today. Let me take some pictures today. And I was gonna use the camera to, do YouTube or something. When you just go back camera, you like, I'm gonna do something with it.
Yeah.
And took some pictures that day. Then my homeboy was like, bro, take some pictures of me next day. And I just kept taking pictures. Like literally since that day, I ain't had at least 2-3 off days to not take pictures. I've been taking pictures continuously for almost 2 years every day. Like it's crazy, but I ain't got like no crazy story of saying like I would want to do this my whole life. I just started, you know what I mean? And when I started, it took off. People loved it.
And you was already a creative person doing music and everything.
Yeah, doing music. I think like
That definitely helps out a lot.
once I seen, what I can do with the camera and bringing stuff in. So I dealt with models, families. Like I love family photography the most. Like family photography is definitely like my lane. I love that Burberry stuff that he talking about. Y'all can come see me, Fab. Listen, Fab, if you need a family photographer, you ain't gonna go to him. Come to me because he don't like you. Sneak this, not. But I'm saying, I love family photography. I like to deal with models, but sometimes to me, like, everybody shoot models to me. Not enough people pay attention to the family. I guess they think it's generic, but I love that. I love that generic shit, I guess you could say. So, got my studio. Ever since then, I've been rocking. Now I'm here. Got my gang with me. Got my cameraman with me, and we rolling.
Straight up. Well, I'm Mr. 12 AM. I've been shooting for probably 8 years now, maybe 9.
Veteran.
I specialize in the glamour vixen booty model.
Booty.
Booty. That's my
Definitely
niche. I got into photography because I'm originally a graphic designer. So I was doing flyers and everything for people. And a photographer came to me and was like, yo, you want to edit these pictures for me? Cool, bet. I don't mind doing that. I was doing it so much that it ended up looking good. I'm like, man, I could do this myself. Ended up doing it. I'm like, I can't do this myself. But yeah, I ended up learning and I've been shooting ever since.
That's what's up.
Me, J Alexander, J Alex Photo. I got into it by accident. So I started out just doing travel pictures. And one day, someone I knew, this was in 2017, so it's been 3 years now. I only had one photo shoot in 2017. A lady asked me to do her daughter's sweet 16. I was like, I'm definitely not a photographer. I don't know how to work a camera at all. I used to just travel and take pictures of buildings and landscapes. And then I took her daughter's sweet 16. I didn't really know nothing about giving away pictures. I gave her the whole entire shoot. It was like 300 photos I took. And she posted them, and I've been getting booked ever since. It's been a blessing. My favorite, I have to say, is beauty. I like to focus more on the details, But I'll shoot anything. I'm open to anything. But if I had a choice, I'll stick to beauty.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be what?
Beauty.
Beauty.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's your boy Lunsford. I started photography about 4 years ago, back in 2016. Back when I was in high school, took a media class. Didn't really know too much about photography. My little sister was playing soccer back in the day, and there always used to be this guy with this real big, long, gray lens. I'm like, what is he doing out there? Like, what's the catch to this? So I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, I want to do something like that. So went to go buy a camera. Started off with the Canon T5. Started out taking pictures of my niece, different people, family members, different stuff like that. And next thing you know, people started hitting me up, can you take my picture? Can you take my picture? I'm like, okay, cool. It is what it is. It's money, so why not? So I told myself, look, I've been switching from job to job. I'm like, I just want to take this entrepreneur, shit to the fullest, work for myself, not having to clock in and clock out every day.
That part.
So my main goal with photography is doing, fashion, and also giving people memories, to look back on, 2-3 years from now, you tell yourself, wow, I took that picture, or wow, I took this, and then you look at yourself like, 2-3 years later, you're like, oh wow, I've gained so much growth, and it's just kind of to the point where it's like you can be proud of something like that. So that's the main reason why I got into photography. Just to give people memories, also to be able to show something, that I'm actually doing something in life.
That's
For
what's
sure,
up.
Definitely.
100%.
Straight up. Okay, well,
Let's jump into these topics.
Yeah, let's get
well,
wrecked
let's-
now.
we go-
dig a little
we gonna leave the
deeper. How the camera look? I mean, we good on time on the camera. It ain't overheating or
nah, we
anything
still
like
good
that.
to go.
I mean, I don't know.
So, Jamal, what do you mainly use to shoot?
As far as like camera
Camera-wise,
gear,
yeah. What's your go-to camera and lens?
go to camera. Well, right now is my favorite is the Sony A7R4. I have both the A7R4 and the R2, but I really like using the R4 because it's the detail on it is
You selling
crazy.
the R2?
R4.
You selling the R2?
I gotta keep one in my back pocket, man, just in case anything happens to it. The batteries is different, so
That
I try to keep it,
So I say you my R2.
He said he'll sell it. Then I go, all right.
Don't buy
I
anything
ain't
from
selling
Jay
it.
Alex
Never selling it
photo.
no more.
Don't buy anything
Don't
from
ever.
him, man.
He will spin you, or he'd tell you got it until the day come. Then he'll say he at work.
You know what? I'm not even gonna sell it, man. I sat here and thought about it.
I can really use it. I don't want to sell it now.
I need it for my back pocket.
The 2 months later, he gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and sell it.
Yeah. Or it already be sold and shit.
Right.
Damn, nigga.
Man, dude, crazy. But lens I like to use when I do headshots. I really like the 105, the Sigma 105, super detailed, crisp lens. The compression on it is crazy, 1.4. And then like an overall lens that I like now that I just got recently. I think it's the 28 to 75 Tamron. It's slick. So I never knew zoom lenses. I just knew this like recently. So zoom lenses with an f-stop of like 2.8, like they
Especially
stay
'cause we
at that
studio
range, so you
shooters,
can shoot from each
Yeah,
focal.
I had to get the young bull.
It's crazy.
I had to get a young bull a little bit something.
Yeah,
I
man.
had,
So
had to tell him about them
I
zoom
haven't-
lenses. 'Cause
I haven't took it off
Exactly.
my camera since. I just
Exactly.
in the
Exactly.
studio, just one spot, zoom.
shit,
in and
we
out.
shooting it on the zoom lens right now.
Yeah, that's definitely a go-to, especially for a studio shooter.
Yeah, for
definitely.
Yeah.
What about you, Adam?
I got the Canon 70, but I'm about to finally get something new within the next couple weeks.
You coming to?
I don't know if I'm going to Sony gang or
No.
or the Canon
Don't do that.
EOS,
Yeah.
I might do
Canon
the EOS
gang.
or I
You
don't
might
know
as
what's
well
gonna
go.
be
You might
how I
as
feel
well
at the point in
go.
time.
Nikon, they said.
Hell nah. Nikon. Whenever I hear Nikon, it just sounds
It
so
sound,
fucking.
it sound like old man.
1976. and like I don't know.
Nikon is definitely
I don't
not
know.
gonna get his podcast.
Johan gonna be like, fuck y'all, but
Man, Johan was supposed to show up. Johan didn't come.
he said it, and he said he was gonna come too. But so the 7D on the and I got the Sigma art lens, the 18 through 35 is my new baby now. It was the Nifty 50 1.4, but I broke it. Fuck.
Damn.
Which I need to get fixed.
Hold on. How you do that?
It's
Man, I dropped it.
plastic, bro.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
I dropped it literally camera bag on the ground.
It's
I'm about to put it on the
plastic,
lens. I missed a little thing. It fell to the ground like this house,
Wow.
so it won't focus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Damn.
sorry about that. But now the Sigma art lens is my go-to now. I'm just waiting to get a new camera because the 70 is just outdated. It's misses. Like I gotta take like 8 of the same picture just to be sure that at least one of them is in focus. So I hate that. And it'd be hitting like sometimes I do a shoot and all of them be in focus. I'm like 100 pictures all in focus, but the last one, the 6 that I needed was out of focus. Stupid bitch. But yeah, that's my go-to now. And then my little equipment, I got like it start with a Y U. I mean you can
Yungyo.
yeah, you can flashes, speed lights is what I use for
Got a
my
few
for
of
my
them.
lighting. I ain't got the
Had 'em
big
for a
boy
while.
8600s and all that one stuff that y'all got. But I'm gonna upgrade. You know what I mean? I'm just I've been in it a while. I'm comfortable with what I use.
Yep.
But now it's time to upgrade.
Yes, sir.
So I'll show y'all boys how to
definitely
really
time
shoot.
upgrade. Definitely.
Go ahead, it's on you, bitch.
Yeah, it's Sony A7 series, like, all Sony shooters. If you a photographer, the R series, lens, I couldn't tell you what lens is my favorite. I swapped them motherfuckers on and off 3 times a shoot for real. In studio, I definitely say the 28 to 75. That motherfucker is everything.
I had to get them hip on that.
You definitely did like
that.
that thing, because we already at like a f-stop of 9. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that 2.8 really don't matter, and so that focal range, you ain't really got to do nothing. So I mean, in studio, I say that 28 to 75 will be a go-to for any photographer that want to start. But when I'm outside or on location, I want to do something creative. I got a 35, I got a 50, I got a 85, I got a 105, I got a 70 macro lens.
You probably need all of them cleaned right now.
Yeah,
so dirty right now, like that smudge in the front.
You hear me? It is what it is. I just I put one on layaway or something, because these lenses, they do cost. I'm broke. Yeah, I need to make a GoFundMe for my lenses. But I really ain't got no specific lens. But camera, but I'm a Sony guy. I'm Sony gang. We really a gang because it's more than 2 of us. But yeah, I'm a Sony guy. I love to shoot on the Sony platform. Go ahead, it's over to you.
Well, I shoot A7 III.
Sony gang.
Sony gang.
Ooh.
I shoot video on my A7S II. Waiting on my A7S III to come. It's about that time. Sony need to hurry up. But my go-to is what I put them on, any variant of the 24 to 70. And the reason why, because I feel like it's so versatile in general. Like, especially shooting in the studio. Shooting outside for real, too, though. Especially if you want to show the location that you at. It's like, why blur out the background if you want to show that location? Yeah, like I got the 28 to 75 Tamron 2.8. I got the 24 to 70 Zeiss lens. When I'm outside, I normally switch to the 85 though.
You got the holy trinity of
I got
the zoom lenses, right?
G Master.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bad boy.
So I still haven't used
Trinity.
it. I done had it for like 3 weeks. Still haven't used it. Probably longer than that. I just been waiting on the right time to use it. And I was waiting on my A7S III to come.
That's when you've been in it a long time. When you use them zoom lenses, we over here worry about these prime heat.
Like, hold on, let me change real quick.
You ain't got to do that with them zooms.
All right, so me, I shoot Sony. I got currently three different bodies. I have a Sony A7 II, A7R2, and A7R. Which he was supposed to sell to everybody in here every time he had a new one, but as you can see, he still got them all because he be perping. But the one I use the most is my A7R2. That's like my day-to-day camera. And my lens of choice, I had to go with the 85. I got a 135 and 85 and a 35 prime and a couple other ones, but I use the 85 because it's the perfect focal length for me, and I'm more of a prime lens shooter. It's easier for me to move, further back or scoot forward, and it's not expensive. It's kind of on the cheaper side for Sony lenses, and it's incredibly sharp lens for me. So I usually stick with that. But if I want to go wide, then I just go to my 35. But usually the 85 does the trick for me.
For sure.
For all shots.
Me personally, I shoot Canon with the Canon EOS R. It honestly really depends on what I'm shooting. If it's mainly outside or if I'm doing more full body, it's the 50, the RF 50. And then if I'm doing more portraits, headshots, different things like that, it's the 70 to 200. So I mean, it just really depends on what you're shooting. Me personally, I like to shoot. I'm really starting to shoot more outside. So it'll probably be the 50 for me. But if anything, you know, if it comes to like
You
doing
gotta
like
let them know
close
too.
in,
That's that 1.2.
Yeah,
That's
that's the
motherfucker,
big boy.
boy. That bulk on that motherfucker was crazy.
I'm the depth of field is just it's ridiculous on that lens. So, I mean, it was definitely worth the purchase. You know, lenses don't come cheap. You know, cameras don't come cheap. So
Facts.
I feel like, you know, it's something
Drop
that I work
cars on
towards.
cameras.
Man.
Yeah. I was rocking with the Canon 80D for a while before I got the EOS R. You know, it was putting in work. You know, but I told myself, I'm gonna have to upgrade one of these days. You know, and it was definitely a good purchase. You know, I definitely could see the difference within, you know, my shots and the lenses that I use and different things like that. So,
And you get to see your shot before you take it now.
man,
It's a benefit.
yeah.
That part.
Mirrorless cameras is definitely the move to go right now. So I'm thinking about, you know, grabbing another body. I'm just not sure which one I want to get. So
You still stand
He's
Canon?
staying
You
Canon.
getting the
know,
R6 or R5? What you thinking?
He's staying Canon, man.
I don't know, but I mean, at this point, I'm trying to get something to where I can do like behind the scene video and jump into the lane of doing video. Only just because, you know, it's
What's
something
that
that
new Canon coming out? They say it's supposed to be like the best video camera.
Either one of them. The R6 or the R5.
Yeah.
C70 cinema lens, cinema camera.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
only good for like you can't take pictures on
Only video.
just a cinema camera.
Or you get like that man over there that's behind the scenes right now and go get that $1 million cinema camera.
6K
6K.
Big money
You hear
dream
me?
Shout out
vision
to
over
Dream
there.
Dream Vision is a
Dream.
boy.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, you behind. Go on, step in the camera one more
Yeah,
time. Look.
Shout out his podcast.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What was it again? Peer pressure.
Peer pressure podcast. What's it called? Oh my bad.
Pitch podcast.
Like that.
See, he peer pressure.
Yeah, now we gotta do that all over. That's fucked up. They said peer pressure.
Peer pressure. That's into doing this.
I should have just spunt it over to you, bro. You feel me? But yeah, definitely shout out to Dream Vision, man. He's
Shout out to Dream
live,
Vision,
you
man.
know.
Pitch podcast.
Pitch podcast.
Pitch
You know,
podcast.
Yeah,
Shout out.
definitely. Definitely that guy's. He's
Enough of that now.
amazing.
It's like, nah.
You know, now we got the boring intro out the way. You feel me? You know, we had to hit y'all with the boring stuff. Give y'all a little rundown of each of us, so y'all get a little familiar with each of us and what we do and how we do what we do. You feel
Straight
me?
up.
Definitely.
We when we thinking about switching outfits, so
We hadn't even finished this one yet.
that's hot as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I guess we can like
Alright, I'm
wrap
over
that.
here
We can wrap that up.
cooking right
We can wrap this one up. We just wrap it up.
Yeah,
and
so-
Nobody
and
tell you
then-
want to be in the
Thanks.
King Peacock chair,
And then we
bro.
can-
He over there.
Over there hot with
That's why I
black
want to
on.
end it with that. Like, you know, like, we got that boring stuff out the way. We know this the intro. You know, these podcasts is definitely about to be lit. They about to be funny.
Straight
Y'all
up.
about to get a real insight
We
of
gonna
how
have
we
guests
think, how we
on.
act,
Definitely.
All that.
why we do some of the things that we do, some of the controversy that we go through, the BS that we go through with some of these clients and these models. Y'all about to hear.
It's
Y'all about to
definitely gonna be a
definitely
wild
about to hear.
season. Season 1 gonna be crazy.
Season 1 gonna be ridiculous.
I know
dog.
it's gonna be crazy.
We
People
don't know
gonna
how
look at
many
me.
it's gonna be, but it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm still trying to figure out who gonna be that wild one on here who be doing all that shit.
Nah, you know,
We ain't got Chevy here. You know, normally it'd
Chevy
be
gonna come in
Chevy
for
if he
that.
was on here, but
It'll probably be me because you know me. I don't bite my tongue. I ain't about to sugarcoat nothing. I ain't about to. The fuck.
he ratchet. See, yeah,
But anyways,
he
thanks for joining.
ratchet, for sure.
See y'all on the next one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right on.
Peace.
Brr, 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 brr.